Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. We are excited to bring you another state campground from our soon-to-be home state of Tennessee. This is Warriors Path State Park. This is a really nice one. We're going to bring you on a full campground tour.
If you're new to our channel, we take every campground that we go to and we break it down into all different aspects of what is going to be important to most people when they're searching for a campground to go to. We have our must-haves that we always start with, and number one is a good location. Now, Warriors Path State Park is located in Kingsport, Tennessee. It is very close to I-81. It was about 3 miles off I-81. So we got here no problem on our way down, continuing south. The next must-have is the site size, and are we able to get in and out of the site easy? So yes, we are. Now this is going to depend on what campground you're in. So there are 3 campgrounds, which I'll break down really quickly for you in this state park. You have Moody Bluff Campground, which is where we are at. This is the most updated campground in the park. There are 9 pull-through sites, one of which we're in. They have sites up to 75 feet. We're in a 68-foot site, and as Izzy will show you the site shortly, what we're able to fit here. There is the regular campground. That's where you have to be careful if you have a big rig, right? You were driving through that yesterday in our car. I was like, this might be a little rough.
We wouldn't recommend anything like over 40 feet there for sure. I saw some fifth wheels, but they were smaller fifth wheels.
Yep.
There's more trees. If you're in a big rig, this is the spot to be.
And then they have, which is really, really cool, they have a hammock campground. So it's called the Cedar Ridge Hammock Campground. And it's very, very cool. It's actually the first campground in Tennessee State Park system that was designed and built with all recycled or reutilized materials, as well as lumber from felled trees within the park. They have a solar charging station that's in the works, so that will be coming. So they have certain sites can accommodate up to 6 hammocks, and some can hold up to 24 hammocks. This was really, really cool when we were checking this out. They have access to water. They have picnic tables, fire rings, lantern hooks and grills, and bathhouses.
So let's talk about getting in and out, at least at this particular Moody Bluff. So the first thing I want to tell you is when you come into the state park, there's no real sign like leading up to the turn here. It's just like a sign. So make sure as soon as you enter the park, it's going to be the first campground if you're entering on your left.
On Hemlock Road.
It's on Hemlock Road, so just make sure you're not going too fast because you'll miss it. You can keep going and turn around, but you don't want to miss it. It's a little inconvenient. Now let's talk about getting in and out. You can see everything is paved here. It's large. If you look around us, some big rigs have left already, but there's still some left here. There was a London Air down there. There's a New Air, actually New Air I think left already. They were here for like 3 hours, I think. There's a Georgetown up there. Let's talk about our site. 68-foot site, as MJ said. You can see we have Stella at 4310, and then we have our trailer still hooked up, and then we have our car, and we still have room. So let's walk you through our site. This is site 113. It's all asphalt. You do have some grass here with gravel. Concrete pad with a picnic table. This is a synthetic wood, so this is the high quality stuff. They do give you a grill. Continue walking on site 113. You have a fire ring with another grill on top coming around front. Now everything is kind of sloped here, but for the most part, sites are mostly level. You can see on the driver's side, this is where it's a little bit weird. If you come down, depending on where you're parked, we have enough line for our power, definitely enough for our water, but the sewer is way back here. So if we were towing our trailer, we didn't hook up the sewer, we didn't need to, but you can see the sewer is way back. Now everything is in the appropriate place. It would have been a little bit better if it was further up, but overall, it's very nice. Let's talk about the site being level. We were off about 2.5 inches side to side, about 5 inches front to back, and it's just because of the way that it's set up. But we were able to level. We had no problems. There's no tires in the air. We're good.
And that's going to vary a lot on the site that you're at. We're in site 113, if you're curious, like as he said, but very level, but some of the sites are definitely a little bit more off.
Let's get a little off topic for a minute. We're going to talk about poop, and the sponsor of this video is going to be Liquefied. Liquefied is a RV enzyme-based black tank treatment and is what we use exclusively on our motorhome. As you can see here, we have the whole array of liquefied stuff, hashtag stuff. We really do like the tangerine liquid, but if you don't like that, they also have the pods, the little drop-in pods. They have toilet bowl cleaner, which we use all the time. They also have the gray tank treatment, which is what we put down our sink, because the gray tank can often be a little nasty. You just put a little bit down the sink like that, let some water run, and it does its thing. The enzymes in liquefied are going to help break down either the gunk in the gray tank, or if you put it in the black tank, it's going to help break down the material in the black tank. Simply use with the pre-measure container. We have a little bit of a bigger black tank, so we're going to put 2 ounces. It's usually 1 ounce for 40 gallons. We're going to put 2 because we have a bigger tank. And it smells, I wish you could smell it. It smells amazing.
It smells delicious.
Yeah, we're gonna just hit that, let it flush, let it do its thing. And then when we dump our tank, everything's gonna be liquefied. We did a full video on that and the results, we'll link it up above. There it goes. If you go to liquefiedrv.com, use the discount code
Endless RVing.
You will get 24% off of your purchase. Now, if you don't want to go there, you can go to Amazon.com. You can go to any Walmart. You can go to Camping World. You won't get the discount, but you can get the product there. If you want more information on Liquefied, we'll put their link down below. Again, liquefiedrv.com. We want to thank them for sponsoring our video.
And if you follow us, you know we travel with our dog Bowser, and many of you travel with your pets also. They do allow pets. There are a ton of dogs in this area, so they have stations, you know, with bags and things like that, so it's good for that.
Let's talk about cell speed. So we have our Chester Tech Repair router with our Parsec roof-mounted antenna. We did a full video on that. We'll link it up above. But here are speeds on the T-Mobile network: 788 down, 29.6 up. That was actually in prime time where I took those speeds. That was probably like 5 p.m., so a lot of people were out and about. Great speed. Also, our site is clear shot of the sky, so we wanted to hook up the Starlink. We could do that, but really not necessary. We're not getting better speeds than this with Starlink. Let's move on to our like-to-haves full hookups. Now, depending on what camp section you're in, this section, the Moody Bluff, all full hookups. The other section, some are full hookups, some are not. So it really depends on what you want to spend. We'll give you the price at the end of this video. None of these sites are super expensive, certainly cheaper than private campground.
Another like to have is space. We like to have a little elbow room, and this is it. These are not huge, but as Izzy showed you before with our site, you have nice grassy areas on your site. You have all the picnic table and the fire ring, plenty of room. And again, we have plenty of room. Then we have the trailer and the car and our motorhome. It's really, really good. Another like to have is to kind of have a clear area above us. So we don't have a lot of overhang here. Most of the spots in this area, you will not. In the regular campground area, it is totally different. It's more state parky, so you're gonna have a lot of coverage.
Let's get into the bonuses. There's quite a few bonuses for what you get at this park. So each section within itself has showers and bathrooms. They're clean. The ones here are really new. I can't speak to the ones in the other one, but I imagine they are very clean. Also, we did not see any laundry. There's also dump stations throughout the park.
Okay, strap yourself in because there are a lot of extras and activities and things to do at this park. It's amazing. Again, we're not used to this. This is probably very common for this area. For us, it's like, oh my gosh, this is great. Canoes, kayaks, paddle boards, pedal boats available for rent at the marina. They have a beautiful marina there. The marina is open year round. They have a snack bar there. They were also very friendly when I stopped in there. Boating is very popular on the Patrick Henry Reservoir. So we saw a lot of people out on their boats. So they have the boat launch there. They do have a camp store, also very sweet woman there. They have firewood, snacks, beverages, tons of shirts and merch and things to offer in there. She was very nice to give me a map of the campground. The marina also has a gift shop. They have a whole disc golf course. They have 12 miles of hiking trails, an 18-hole golf course, over 12.5 miles of scenic mountain bike trails. They have volleyball, basketball, tennis. Probably one of the largest soccer fields I've ever seen. It was probably 6 to 8 full-size soccer fields up there. Fishing, birding, you'll catch sighting of deer. I saw a ton of deer yesterday. They have all different events too. They have fall strolls, they have floats on the water. They have all-terrain wheelchairs, which is really cool for you because it's handicapped accessible here. So these all-terrain wheelchairs, you can go into the water and other areas. They're free and available to the public. So you just make sure you call ahead for that. They have a playground. How cool was that playground?
It's pretty awesome.
Boundless playground.
Pretty nice.
It was huge. Swings, slides, playhouses, everything for the kids.
You know what's nice about it? It wasn't full of glass and graffiti.
Right.
That's always a
and
nice
trash.
touch.
Yeah, no, it was so nice. They have a sensory braille trail that tells the story of Narnia. That's pretty cool. They have an amphitheater that holds up to 500 people. You can do lectures, weddings, concerts, and then a recreation lodge also Also available for rent, holds up to 1,600 people. So if you have a wedding that you want to have with a ton of people, this would be a great place to check out.
Let's talk about the deal breakers. We'll name those specifically. So the first one's going to be breed restrictions. No breed restrictions here. Most state parks don't have that. A lot of private campgrounds we've been finding do have that, especially out like in Louisiana and those areas. I don't know why.
People have asked us many times, don't you have a problem in the Northeast? There are some, there were definitely some, but as I'm now searching west and getting further away from home, there's a lot of breed restrictions. So yes, but state parks, as you said, most of the time don't.
Let's talk about bad reviews. 4.7 on Google. So listen, when you get enough reviews, you're gonna get people that are negative. We really have nothing bad to say about this place. I mean, other than it's raining right now, or was raining. But
they don't have control of that.
It's a really nice place.
Next one is safety of the campground. It's a very safe area, at least from what we're seeing here. It's pretty quiet. A lot of people out biking and running, and it just you do feel safe. You went running this morning, and nice. You felt fine. Next thing is bad landscaping, no maintenance. It's very well taken care of. Beautiful, actually. The fields, when we were walking around yesterday, the playground, everything. There's no garbage. There's no graffiti, like we said.
No, it's super clean.
It's really well taken care of.
Each site or each area of campground does have a campground host, so you can see them in the morning, kind of going around taking care of things. I think that's what helps a little bit for the campground itself. Next one's going to be attitude of the campers, attitude of the workers. All the campers here, I mean, nobody's super friendly. Everybody says hi, but there's no parties going on in that yet, at least when we're here. Could that change? I don't know, but everybody's kind of kept to themselves. Now, regarding the attitude of the workers, everybody's super nice. Like it's the Tennessee thing. Everybody wants to talk. They're super nice, super helpful. That's always a positive.
Now let's talk about the cost. So what did we pay for this? We actually just stayed one night. We're passing through to head to our next destination. So when this is in August, $40 for one night with taxes and fees.
Pretty good.
$49.10.
So that's cheaper than a Love's truck stop. That's cheaper than, I don't know, any private campground that's cheaper than that for full hookups. And you have a lot of amenities. We would definitely come back here again. It's right off of 81. If we're traveling to and from, this is the spot. Here's the thing, Tennessee has so many state campgrounds.
Well, there's so many. What I love too is the pull through and the length of the site. So that's one of the huge things that stood out to me. It's hard to find places that have huge sites like this that you're able to just pull through, and then we'll just be able to head out.
So we want your feedback in the comments below. Have you been to the state campground? Can you recommend any other Tennessee state campgrounds? We're hoping to visit, well, we are visiting several other ones while we're on this trip. But in the future, of course, we want to maybe visit all of them. That'd be a cool thing to do. If you like videos like this, to the left of us, we'll put our RV campground reviews playlist. We'll also put our RV vlogs playlist. And for myself and MJ, it's a journey of a lifetime, and we'll see you on the road.
Tennessee. Where these rivers